Hey guys, this is Matt at Vannik Racing Technologies. Today we're out at South Fork Motocross. This is one of our preferred local tracks. John does a great job here. And we're going to be doing some testing on the YZ400. We have a few updates to the power valve, which I'm really excited to try out. I think it's going to really help beef up the mid-range a bit. And got a couple friends here with me. Rode down with Wayne. Have a few more on the way, and we're going to get their feedback on the track. They're each going to do some laps and let me know what they think of it, and we're really excited to have a great day of riding. Alright, so we just got done with first practice. I figured I'd elaborate a little bit more on the power valve changes. So originally this power valve, so it's controlled with exhaust pressure, and originally it had a little housing that goes over it that holds a spring, which I no longer have room for. So at first I just had the spring in here resting on the ignition coil, which obviously was a temporary solution because I needed to find something internal that would hold it closed. So I'll cut in a picture, but I found these springs that collapse in on themselves for tight spaces, and they work perfect. I bought a couple of them that were different spring rates, and I wanted it to hold it closed longer, so I went with a stiffer one, but I had to do a little bit of math on which one I liked best. But the end goal, I'd want to have a adjustable vent that will bleed air off, so I could control it based on just reducing the pressure. Now long term, what I want to do is put a solenoid valve on it that's driven off the CDI's power jet circuit, but I can't do that until I have a programmable ignition, so I can change when that happens at, because I don't want it happening at 8,500 RPM. But so in the meantime, I have this adjustable jet here. I started off with it fully closed, so the jet fully closed, which will make this open the soonest. So I could feel for a flat spot in the mid-range, and now I will just keep backing this out until I feel the flat spot is gone. So I know that I'm not overly restricting the bike by having the power valve not open enough, but I'll know that it's not being flat in the mid-range because I tuned it out. So that's what we're doing right now. I just made an adjustment on this, and we're gonna take it back out and see how it feels.
Holy shit. This thing is, I mean, legitimately maybe too fast.
You think so?
Holy shit.
All right, so our fastest test rider, Wayne, just got off the track. We'll get a few of his thoughts after he gets some water, but I think he ripped it pretty well. Let's see what he has to say. I can cut stuff out too. All right, Wayne, what'd you think of it?
Insane. Probably maybe the fastest bike I've ever ridden. Torque is next level, especially low end, like out of ruts. It's really, like, it's almost too powerful. Definitely some vibration, which I'm not used to coming from the 4-stroke, but very solid. Very smooth.
What part of the track did you like the best on it?
So far my favorite stuff is tight, like the tacky ruts down here in the corners, the insides. Coming out of them, it actually kind of feels like a 4-stroke with the torque. It is truly insane how much pulling power it has.
Hell yeah. Any other quick thoughts on it before we pass it off to another test rider?
Well, I'll save my other thoughts until I do my next moto, but so
Sounds
far,
good.
The project is an A.
Sounds good, thank you. All right, so this is our second test rider, Mark. He's my little brother and also a pretty solid rider. He took her out for a few laps, and we'll get his thoughts next. Mark, what'd you think of it?
It's a fantastic machine. I've been on the 450 Honda today, and it really didn't feel all that different power delivery wise. Like, I have 250 Two Strokes as well, and it feels a lot more like the 450 than those bikes. Power everywhere you need it. You really don't have to shift very much at all.
Is there anything you felt like it did badly compared to either a 450 or a 250 Two Stroke?
Compared to a 450, it does vibrate a little bit, but I mean, that's the nature of it, big bore bike. But overall, I'm very impressed.
As far as a project bike goes, obviously this is a first prototype. Does it feel like, you know, a pretty finished product already, or do you think it needs more work? And if so,
No,
what would you change?
Very refined. Attention to detail is definitely a lot. Yeah, it really, I mean, finish-wise, it looks like a factory bike, and it feels like one too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That, as the engineer behind it, that means a lot, because it definitely it took a lot to get it to this point. So I appreciate that. I guess last question is, like, what section of the track did you think it was the best on, and what about it made it better there than you're used to?
Any of the tight turns, it did really well because of the immediate torque, but it also pulled good up top on the straights, so really just all around powerhouse.
No, I appreciate that. That's awesome. We'll definitely keep doing some more testing between the three of us and some other friends of mine, and we'll go from there and continue to refine it. We definitely have more power on the table, not that it really needs it. At least at this track, I'd say it's not necessarily a liability, but, like, you know, it doesn't need any more here, but we're gonna get more anyway, so this is America after all.